Alright, it's been a minute since I, yeah, we'll turn up the volume a bit, actually. It's been a minute since I recorded one of these, but where I am ready to get back into it. I think really what we need to do now is get the real weapons, because we've got Freddy's. If I remember correctly, we don't have the rest. Yeah, plastic guitar, foam cupcakes. So we really should try and get the real weapons. So we'll come down here to the 3 area, and we're just gonna grind a bit. We're just going to grind. And there we go. It didn't give me anything. So I guess I should probably find something to fill the space. Yeah, I don't know. I've been having a lot of fun playing these Five Nights at Freddy fan games. Stuff like The Joy of Creation, Baby Nightmare Circus. These are games that I wouldn't have usually played. Like, in my own time, I would have never looked into them. But it's fun to play them on the channel, and so I think it's really cool. At some point, I do want to do like a tier list of Five Nights at Freddy fan games. That will come once I've done. It's crazy. These are the level 3 enemies, and I'm absorbing blows from them. Like, they're not doing any damage. That's crazy. But yeah, I mean, we'll be looking to... I'm going to turn this down slightly on OBS. It looks a bit louder than it should be. I want to do a tier list of all the games. And so we'll have to do that at a point where I've played at least all of the popular fan games. There are some that I still haven't played yet, like Tealerland, I think. There's the Pop Goes arcade games that I still want to play. But there's a lot of like big fan games that I still need to check out. I've kind of been avoiding playing too many of the like really popular ones. Like, I didn't play all of the Five Nights at Candy games back to back. I didn't like, you know, I don't want to, like, because when you go on Game Jolt and you look at the hot ones, I don't want to just play all of those. So I've been playing like Toy Freddy Adventure. I want to like play some of the less known ones, you know, like FNAF Tower Defense. And so I've kind of been aiming to strike a balance of playing these games that no one's heard of with the games that like everyone's heard of. And so it'll take me a while before I've gone through enough Five Nights at Freddy fan games to really do a tier list. And eventually that tier list is going to be irrelevant anyway, because I'm going to play a lot more fan games. Like, if I made a tier list right now, next month it would be irrelevant, because I'd have played twice as many fan games by that point, you know? So it's... I don't know when I want to do that, but it will be on the channel. Maybe as like a... I don't know. It could be an anniversary thing. Like, oh, we've been doing this for a year, you know? It could be... It could be not that. I could just randomly decide to do it. You know, we'll see. It'll be fun either way. It'll be fun. But you know, until then, we'll just keep working through these games. And Five Nights at Fuckboy is one of the ones that I've played before. It's one of my favorites, which is why I'm playing it on the channel. Like, I don't know. I guess I haven't played a lot of Five Nights at Freddy fan games, but if I had, I would be less likely to replay. Like, if I had played Five Nights at Candy already, I would be less likely to play it on the channel. But because I love these games so much, I'm absolutely willing to do it, and I'm really looking forward to playing just all of the Five Nights at Fuckboy stuff, because we'll do the Q scenario, we'll do the W scenario, we'll do all that stuff. Like, it'll happen. It'll take time. I think we're gonna be playing this series probably all year, because there's just so much. Like, there's Five Nights 1, 2, and 3. which, like, we're already in February, and I haven't finished Five Nights at Fuckboy 2. And then we've got the, like, Vial and Balloon Boy stuff, and there's a lot of extra content once you've beaten those games. And then I also want to do the remakes, which I don't think I'll do in a series. I think I'll just do them like a long play. I'll play through the whole game, upload it, it'll be like a 2-hour video or something. Like that. I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, I just want to play everything, so we'll probably be playing Five Nights at Fuckboy for a while. There are a lot of Five Nights at Fuckboy fan games. These games, like, they're really cool RPGs that I think inspired a lot of people who played them to try their own sort of this style of RPG, and then, like, so we might even play some of those, like some of the fan projects. So yeah, like, I think we're going to be doing this for a while. There are other FNAF RPGs. There are a bunch of FNAF World fan games, which I think goes to show just, like, how much of a cult following that game had, because I know the majority of the community might not have loved it, but Five Nights at Freddy World was one of my favorite little side projects, or, like, side games. Just, like, not main Five Nights at Freddy games. I don't know. Like, it's a lot of fun for me. And it's not a perfect game. I think I talked a lot about that in Five Nights World Adventure, FNAF World Adventure. I don't want to, like, redo all of that talk, but I enjoyed it a lot. So, and you can see on GameJolt, like, people are remaking this game, or, like, doing their own DLCs and stuff for a reason. They like it. So, I mean, we'll check out some of those. Like, it's weird how many Five Nights at Freddy RPGs there are. Let's just say that. But yeah, I mean, on that topic of, like, fan games and stuff, like, I don't know... There are a bunch of crap fan games. Like, you just sort by new and you'll see a bunch of fan games that were made in, like, you know, a day, right? Or they're, like, on Scratch and stuff. And don't get me wrong, these are, like, legitimate efforts, usually by very young people who don't have the tools or the skills for, like, proper game development, which... You know, it's cool that they're trying, and I really respect it. And if they have the, like, here's the thing, even if the game's not good, if you have the work ethic, or, like, the passion to make an entire Five Nights at Freddy game in Scratch, just, like, I don't know, after you get home from school or whatever, then, like, you could go really far in game development, because, like, that is, it takes a lot of effort regardless, even if it's, like... a very basic, like, it's code blocks, right? Even if it is that, you can go really far with that, because I mean, first of all, it's about working with the logic. The actual programming language, that's not nearly as important, but it's just, I think the work ethic being there is super important. Like, you put a lot of effort into that, even if the game's not good, you know, you had the ideas. That you see so many people trying to make games for Five Nights at Freddy, and, like, fan games for anything. GameJolt is, like, the place where you find fan games. But no, I think it's really actually quite admirable, just the amount of, like, effort that goes into these projects. Even for the good ones, like stuff like Baby Nightmare Circus. Like, that took a lot of effort to make, and it's a good game. It is. So yeah, I'm really impressed by this community. I'll just say that this community is super duper impressive, and I respect it a ton. I respect the effort a ton. I should probably save at some point, because if Golden Freddy shows up to kill me, I'm just gonna lose the whole progress of this episode. I'm gonna look up at the end of this episode. I'm gonna look up the locations where the weapons are, because I feel like I should have gotten it by now, because I've killed a lot of these guys. I mean, I've been doing it for 10 minutes, which isn't a long grind, but these grinds are not usually that long. So, you know, I'll end the episode here. In the next one, I will hopefully know what I'm doing, but we got a lot of tokens in this one. We had a good chat, so I don't really feel too bad about it. I'll see you then.